Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So guys, today's the day. It is Italian Sunday Fun Day. Yay! So now, usually I do my videos are in real time. This video that's going to be posted on Sunday is not going to be done on Sunday because I have a busy day Sunday. So today is Saturday, so I'm doing my Sunday Fun Day Italian Day. I say it all different ways. I'm filming it on Saturday. I'm gonna post it on Sunday. All right, guys. So I hope you guys are ready. Now, what I'm making is, guys, as promised, I'm making a excuse. I'm having a choking fit right now. I'm making Italian gravy. Now I'm making, yes, I call it gravy because it has meat in it. When it has meat in it, it's called gravy. When it doesn't have meat in it, it's called marinara. That's how I was raised. That's how I grew up. That's how I do it. That's how I say it. Heard something. First of all, I'm here by myself, okay? My son just left. My husband went to work. Jenny's out for another couple hours, so it's just me. So I'm getting a taste of really what it's going to be like when it's just me, because it's going to be me a lot, just me a lot. Because when Jenny leaves, and everybody else is out of the house. So, yeah, so it's me and Cooper. Anyway, so I'm making sausage, meatballs, and Italian gravy. Now, I am going to definitely make a pasta of some sort when I serve this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on this video because it's going to be very long. I'm going to either make managut shells and banagut or stuffed shells. Either one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to show it on this video. I might just show you guys the Italian gravy, and then next Sunday show you the managut or the stuffed shells that I made to accompany the gravy. I know you guys have seen my Italian gravy before, but I haven't made it in a very long time, and it's Italian Sunday Fun Day. So this is what I'm showing you guys. So get ready, guys. This is a recipe that I just grew up with and that I kind of tweaked myself, but, I've made it my own, but with all the elements of my grandmother and my mother and my aunts, it's all put together. So, yeah, this is going to be awesome. All right, guys, so I'm just going to prepare a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, so what we're going to start with first, guys, is we're going to start with the garlic, cutting the garlic and the onions up, because when I put the sausage into the pot, I want onions in there with it. Not so much the garlic. I'm going to wait to put the garlic in until like just about the end, right before I put the sauce in, the gravy in, right before I put the canned tomatoes in. I'm going to put the garlic in because I don't want the garlic to burn and be bitter. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to cut up the garlic. I'm going to cut up an onion and get all that ready, and then get the pot heating up, and then get the sausage into the pot because that needs to start out first. And then after I get the gravy going, I'll make the meatballs, and then we'll put the meatballs into the gravy, and that'll be it. And that'll be what I think I'm going to show you. Yeah, because regardless, I'm making this today, but we're not going to eat it until Sunday, probably Sunday night or Monday, because Sunday is just a very busy day this Sunday. So I'm not going to really have time to. So I'm definitely gonna have video, like what's for dinner or something like that, wherever I am or whatever it is. But I'm not gonna be able to have the freedom and the time to do it, live, not live, but in real time. Anyway, enough talking, Linda. All right, so let's get started. So I have garlic. Where's my garlic? I have some garlic in here. But I'm going to use this one. This is fresher. And I just want to, I'll use that. So I just pick, I don't know, a lot. Because we like garlic. And garlic, actually, I'm going to do a couple more because I'm going to put some in my meatballs. Not a lot. always put garlic in my meatballs. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Now, the last couple of months, I've been really using parsley, very much, fresh parsley, in my dishes, in my Italian dishes, and in whatever other dishes that I put it in. And I'm really a little upset with myself because I don't know why when I went to the store yesterday, I forgot to get parsley. I thought I had some. I did have a little bit. I ended up using it yesterday. So I don't have fresh parsley. I don't have fresh basil yet. I don't have anything from my garden yet, so I have to wait. But I do have this stuff, and I'm going to show you it. This stuff, guys, if you ever, keep this in your refrigerator because if you don't have the fresh things, this is like close to fresh. It is amazing. This is basil, and it's it's made from the in the refrigerator section, and it's put in here. It smells amazing, and it gives the sauce and all your stuff such good flavor. I'm running very low on it. I only have about a quarter of a thing left, but I'm going to use it for my gravy, my meatballs, and my meatballs today because this is all I have. I'm going to use the dry parsley, the dry basil, and the Italian seasoning and all that. But I have some sort of freshness, which I'm so glad because I was really upset. I was almost considered not doing this today, but I have to get this done for you guys. I haven't really done a real Italian Sunday because we had a couple of issues during the first couple of two. So I wanted to get this done for you. So, and it's perfectly fine not to have fresh herbs because 90% of the time, all the time when I make my Italian gravy, I don't always use fresh herbs. I really don't. So I always use dry herbs and it's just as delicious and just as good. But the fresh, guys, really does make a little bit of a difference. It's just as good, but I'm just telling you that it's even better. It's even better with the fresh. So, all right, so that's good. That's for my meatballs and for my gravy. Got that. This is a fairly big onion, so I don't think I'm going to use the whole onion. I'll see. I'll see. Now, I used to cut my onions for my gravy in strips, but I don't know. Lately, I just want them like this. I want them like a little more chopped. I changed my mind. I'm so fickle and so moody. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so I'm putting the pot on. I'm going to put some olive oil in it just to cover the bottom of the pan. I'm using my Dutch oven here. It's very stained on the bottom. It's the way it is. It's very loved and used. So I'm going to wait till this heats up a little bit. Maybe I have to put the flame on now. That would be great. Like on medium, I would say. Because I don't want the sausage burning. So here's sausage. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all this sausage because, you know, it's different now, guys. I have less people in my house. So I'm making less food. So I don't know if I'm going to make all this sausage because I don't want to waste it. So let's say 2, 4. If my whole family was here, Darren, Julie, Frank, you know, everybody eating or whatever, I would make the whole thing because the men could eat 3 or 4 pieces of sausage themselves. But I'm missing 2 men right now, and I don't know what Frankie's going to eat this or whatever. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'll probably make 8 because Jenny likes the sausage. My husband likes the sausage. I like sausage, so I'll probably do 8 instead of 12. That's what I'll probably do. So I'm going to wait till this heats up. and then we'll put the sausage in there. Okay. All right. So I'll put the onion in first as soon as the oil gets warm, warm enough. Okay. So I already I already put the whole tomatoes in here. I am going to blend them. All right. So the oil should be now. I'm gonna throw the onions in. There we go. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that sizzle. Now, the base of my gravy is always started with onion and garlic. That's what starts the gravy out and makes it as good as it should be. Just putting a little bit more onion in. Yeah, it should be good. I'd say that's like a medium onion, medium large to large onion. It'll probably be a large because I just keep cutting up more. Because that's just how I do things. Okay. That's it. All right, so let's give this a little bit of a You guys, see how that's sizzling? Look at that. I'm going to higher the flame just a little bit because I want the sausage to get kind of browned. All right, so we're going to put as many sausages as we can fit in here, as many I'm making. So I think I'm only going to make 8 with, you know, I don't know, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I'll make 10. All right, I'll do that. I'll make 10. These 2 I'll save for a barbecue night, which is fine. Which is good. So I'm going to let these cook on one side for a few minutes, like 5 minutes, until they start getting brown, and then I'll turn them around, and then we'll put the sauce, the garlic in and the sauce. Now, how I normally make my gravy is I always use plum tomatoes, and I crush them up to a water, like, you know, consistency, a thin consistency, and that's how I make my gravy. But for some reason, I only had 2 cans of peeled tomatoes, and I have a can of tomato sauce and a can of crushed. So that's what I'm using, because I only have 4 cans. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew I was making this, but I think I used a couple of cans and didn't realize it and didn't replace them. So this is it. But this is fine because years ago, I used to use just crushed tomatoes. I never used to use whole tomatoes. And then I remembered that my aunt and my grandmother used to use whole tomatoes and blend them up. And my dad used to really grind them up. So then I started using the whole tomatoes, and the gravy's a lot better. But it's still just as good with the crushed and the sauce. And I also have 2 cans of the other, so that's fine. So it's going to be just as good, guys. It's going to be delicious. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so I'm waiting for that. And I'll show you when I move it around and show you how they get a little dark, and then I'll add the garlic, and then we'll add the sauce, the gravy, the can of sauce. All right, so I'm going to mix these up now a little bit because they're getting a little brown, which is what I want. I just like them to have a little brown on the bottom, and then they're going to cook in the gravy. And they cook, you know, the gravy's gonna cook for like 3-4 hours, so the gravy just makes these sausage melt. Like, they're so delicious. So I'm gonna let them just brown on the other side, and then I'm gonna put the garlic in. I'm lost inside of you. Now, I was gonna say something. There's a lot of olive oil in here, so I'm probably gonna get out some of the olive oil, because I don't like to have like a film of olive oil on top of the sauce, which sometimes it happens, and if it does, you could just skim it off, which is fine. But there's a lot in here, so I'm probably gonna take out some of it, only because I definitely want some oil, but I don't want a lot of oil. But if it happens, it happens. It's not a big deal. You could just skim it off the top once the gravy settles, or even if you let the gravy cool, and you can then, you know, take the fat off of the top like that as well. So it's up to you. It's a preference. You know what I mean? It's a personal preference. So another minute, and then I'm going to. Because I don't want the onions to burn. They're not burning. They're cooking nicely. They're getting like caramelized in that oil and stuff. But I want the sausage to be a little bit browner. That's what I want. So I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to take this meatloaf mix. Now I just have the one. This is a pound and a little under a pound and a half. I'm just going to do one. Nice and fresh, guys. Look at that. Nice and fresh. Now this is a combination of, the meatloaf mix is a combination of, where is it? I'm listening to Barbra Streisand on the, when I pause you guys. I think it's pork, veal, and beef. Yeah, pork, veal, and beef. All right, so this is going to be done now. Not done, but this is going to be, I'm going to put the onions in now. And I'm not going to let the onions, I'm going to put the garlic in. Not going to let the garlic cook in here for long, because I don't want it to burn, and it will burn quick. So I'm going to take that much garlic. Put that in there, let that cook a minute. Just until it's just about to, as soon as you smell the garlic, you know it's ready. A lot of times I also like to put dried parsley in here, or fresh parsley, but preferably today I only have dry, because I like it to get a little toasty. It really, oh my God, it really does bring the parsley taste out more. So I'm trying to think, I think I'm going to dip a little bit of the gravy out. You know what, I'm not, because you know why? I don't like how the garlic looks right now. So I'll have to skim later. Now I'm going to lower the flame because I don't want this popping and everything. It's definitely going to pop. So I'm going to put the one crushed, the one tomato sauce. And then I'm going to put the whole tomatoes. And this is 2 cans of whole tomatoes crushed up. Now, if I had 6 cans, I would make 6 cans, especially if I'm making like ziti, monagut, stuffed shells, because you use some of it for that too. And I'm just putting some water in this blender and shake it up. This way, whatever other, sauce residuals of the sauces in here, it comes out. Because you don't want to waste it. Everything's so expensive. And then I do that with these cans too. So what I'll do is take these cans, put a little bit of water in it, I'm gonna keep one for my spoon. That's my mother used to always do it. That's the way I do it. Get all the sauce out. And this one I had more in there. But Alright. Give it a, you see that oil, guys? Look, see, this is what I didn't want right here. This is what I did not want, but it's right there. So while I have it there, before I mix it, I'm going to try to get some of it out. I did that because I let the garlic go a little bit too long, and I did not want the garlic to burn. I'd rather have to do this, than to have the garlic burn, because then your sauce is going to be all bitter, and I've done that before, and it's not pretty. You know, it's not something that I like, so. And I don't want to sacrifice my good gravy for that. It's not worth it. So I can take a little bit of a time and skim the sauce, skim the gravy. And there's not even that much. See that, guys? Look, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you if you can see how that's the oil. Yeah, I almost put it back in like a knucklehead. So I'm just skimming some of that off. Guys, it's so quiet in here. A lot of changes coming up in my life, guys. A lot of changes, but I'm really having fun right now. Got a lot coming up. Julie's shower. I'm planning Julie's bridal shower. Having a lot of fun doing it. A lot of stress. Make it right the way I want to make it. I want to give her the world, and of course, you know, you always want to give your kids the world. But, you know, unfortunately you can't, because everything takes moolah. But I'm going to make it as beautiful as I can, and it's going to be beautiful, and she's going to love it. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then her wedding in October, lots, and then Jenny moving out in July, so... yeah, lots going on, guys. I'm taking you guys along with it, along with me, through the whole process of everything. Because that's what my channel's about. Okay, so, now that's much better. Maybe later on I'll take a little more out. It depends on how much gets up on the surface. But right now, all the oil is mostly gone. All right, so we're going to season this now, okay? So, like I said, I don't have fresh parsley, which I'm so mad about. I might pick it up tomorrow and then add it at the end, and add it into my pasta, whatever I do. But I'm going to use like a half a bottle of parsley, and the rest I'm going to use in my meatballs. Okay, so I got that. Let me see. I know I have an open Italian seasoning. Hello. Italian. All right, let's do garlic. Garlic. Now, I know, guys, you think this is a lot of garlic. It really isn't. This is 4 cans of tomato sauce, probably about 6 cans with all the water. So it needs a lot of garlic. It's not too much, I guarantee you. If you want, ask my daughter, because my daughter always used to say to me, Mom, why you putting so much in? Oh, my God. And then as she got older, she's like, Mom, now I know why you put so much seasoning in your food, because it tastes so good. It looks like a lot, but I'm telling you that it's not. I probably put like 2 or 3 tablespoons of of onion powder and garlic powder in here. And it's not that much. It's not too much. I'm telling you. If you feel uncomfortable putting a lot in, put a little bit in, and then taste it as it cooks. And if you see it needs something, it probably needs more garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, basil, salt, and pepper. Just do it like that if you don't feel comfortable adding a lot at one time. Okay? All right, so that was garlic powder. And like I said, I'll probably later on add some more garlic powder, because I don't even know if that was enough. So here's onion powder. Onion powder, guys, is a really good staple to have too, because it really does flavor a lot of, it really flavors your food. You know, and if you're not big on onions, like, you know, using onions, I have onions in here anyway, you can use onion powder in replace of the garlic powder. You know what I mean? I mean, in replace of real onions, guys. Sorry, of real onions. All right, let me get the Italian seasoning because I have a big one here. I want to use it. Yeah. Now, just be careful with the Italian seasoning because you can go a little overboard. If you go a little overboard, you got to remember it has basil, oregano, what else does it have? Marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. So those are very strong herbs. So you just got to be careful. Go a little cautious on the Italian seasoning because you don't want to have it, you know, taste just. You don't only want to taste Italian seasoning, is what I'm trying to say. Ugh. I have basil too. Where the hell is it? I like to use just basil besides Italian seasoning, but I don't know. I know I have it here somewhere. But this is the basil that I'm going to use today too. This, guys, I'm saving it for my meatballs and for this. Now I'm going to put the rest in the meatballs. Listen, I'm getting it all out of here. There we go. Squeeze it. That's where it's at, guys, right there. That's where it's at. All right. I'm going to put some of this garlic. I made the garlic really small because, you know, we love garlic, believe me. I mean, that's one of our favorite things. But we don't like big chunks of garlic in our meatballs. And like I said, most of the time I don't put garlic in it. I never put onions in my meatballs. Maybe once or twice I've done it in my life. I don't know. Garlic, I definitely put in more than onion. But it just depends on how I feel. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't. Today is one of those yes days. But again, if you're a person who's allergic to garlic or who doesn't like garlic or the garlic doesn't agree with you, you know I have one friend, Michelle. Hi, Michelle, if you're watching. I don't know if you watch. Once in a while, I think you watch. She can't eat a lot of garlic and it hurts her stomach. So you just replace garlic powder with a little bit of garlic powder and it won't, even if if you want to have that garlic flavor. But you don't want the harshness of the garlic. So there is the basil. I mixed it in. I could smell it. Oh my God, guys, I can smell it. So this is the consistency that it is, okay? Right now, I'm going to keep it on low, simmering like medium low for probably like an hour. And then I'm going to put it on the back burner here and let it be on low for like 3 hours, okay? And just keep mixing it and checking it. And if it starts over boiling, sometimes I have to shut it and take it off the flame so it stops boiling and cools down a little bit because I don't want it to. Sometimes it spits, I don't want that to happen really because it makes a mess. Number one, number two, it's not good. And just watch you have it on a low enough flame when you're walking away from it that it doesn't burn, because I've burnt my gravy before and it's not good. When you make a whole pot of gravy and then you're smelling something, you're like, holy shit, I burnt the bottom. But let me tell you something. There is a tip. There is a tip. If you walk away from something and you come back and it's a gravy or a sauce and you find and you smell something and you look in it and you see the bottom of the pot is burnt and you see that burntness, 90% of the time you can save it, and you know how you can save it? Stop right there. Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, don't throw it out. Don't throw it out. Yes, don't throw it out, guys. Don't touch it. Leave it the way it is. Take it, get another pot, empty that pot. Don't mix it or anything. Empty the pot of sauce into another pot. And make sure as you're doing it, try not to get the last end of the sauce, or that gravy sauce, or whatever the hell it is. It will stay in the pot, and it won't, as long as it hasn't been simmering for 5 hours burning, you won't have that burnt taste. Try that, and then simmer it, keep simmering it on low, taste it, and I guarantee you won't taste any burn. But if you mix it up and scrape the bottom, all that stuff that's on the bottom that's burnt, all that stuff's gonna come up and flavor your gravy. So there goes the gravy in the garbage. So that's a tip that you have. It's not completely lost, because I've done that before. I burnt my gravy like 2 or 3 marinara, 3 times, and most 95% of the time I do that, and it's savable. Because you don't want to be throwing it out after all this freaking work, all the meat and that. I wouldn't throw the meat out, but there are some times there was one time that it was a little burnt, and I was like, oh, I don't like the way it tastes. And I'm like to my family, oh, does it taste burnt? And everybody's like, no, it doesn't taste burnt. Yeah, sure, it did taste burnt. But what are you gonna do? I'm not a perfect cook. I'm not a perfect person. And it happens. So you just gotta go with the flow. That's all. All right, so the gravy's simmering. So I have garlic in here, basil. I'm gonna put the rest of this parsley in. Perfect. This is garbage. This is garbage. I'm so upset that this is garbage. I gotta write a list out, because I gotta get this. It's not cheap. I think I saw it in ShopRite. It was like $5. You could probably get it cheaper in Walmart. I'm gonna go to Walmart and check and see how much it is there, because before I buy it at ShopRite or any of the other stores. But I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, it is so. You know why I love it? Because it's so potent. It's not too potent, but it's potent enough where you taste the basil. Where's the freaking scissor? Look. Really? Stuck on the wire. This is what I'm going to do to this now. Look. People do this. Look. There we go, guys. Get all of it out. All of it out of there. Yes. All of it out. All right. Garbage. Let's see about this side now. Look, see? Look at all that's left in there. Let's get this part here. Listen, times are rough. You got to get all the basil out of here. You have to. It'll save you 50 cents, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Listen, I'd rather put it in my meatballs and give it away to somebody else, or the government, or whoever. Right? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at all that freaking basil. Oh my God, come on. I'm not trying to be frugal. Well, I kind of am, but I mean, really. I'm going to put it away because I think I can get a little more, but I'm not going to obsess about it, because I will obsess about it. I will. So, all right. Oh my God, my hands smell so amazing. So amazing. All right, so I got basil, parsley, fresh garlic. Where's the Italian seasoning now? Did I put it back? Did I put it back? Did I put it back? Hi-ho, the chariot. What the frick did I do with it? Oh my God, my hand smells so good. Oh, it's right here. Adoy. All right, Italian seasoning. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh! I'm so sorry, guys. Salt. Now, what I do when I make my meatballs 95% of the time is I'll fry a little piece up of the meat when I get the oil going, because I want to taste it and see if it needs any more seasonings. If it needs more salt, if I feel it needs more grated cheese, grated parm, I'll do that. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't do it, but it is what it is. Grated cheese, guys. At least a half a cup to a cup of grated cheese in the gravy and in the meatballs. This is just the way I was raised. This is the way I did it. This is the way I watched everybody do it, and this is the way I do it. And it's delicious. It's a lot of cheese, yes. It's a lot of grated cheese. And this is not a diet meal, so don't worry about it. You're gonna have gravy once a week at your grandma's, at your nanny's, at your great aunts, at this one and that one. Who cares? It's once a week. All out of there. Come on, baby. All right. All right. Let's give this a mix. And like I said, I'm going to let this simmer on this flame for like another 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then I'm going to put it on the back flame on low. Let it simmer on low, and I'll cover it and just keep an eye on it. And I'm gonna taste it in a little while and see if it needs a little bit of sugar, because sometimes if the tomatoes are really bitter, you know, it'll taste really bitter, the gravy. So you have to put a little bit of sugar in it, not a lot, like just a little couple of spoonful, you know, less than a teaspoon, and that'll help it, you know, not be as acidy and stuff. Yeah. All right. So let's put this on the side here, and in a minute we'll throw those cans out. Let's see now. So I put grated cheese. Did I put garlic powder in here? I don't think I did, right? And onion powder? No, I didn't. No, I didn't, because I'm out of it, so. Where is it? All right, here. Garlic powder. Here's onion powder. I know I have it, because I never. It's very rare that I run out of this stuff, but I do. I've done it. Woo! I run out of garlic powder. I run out of onion powder. That's why there's certain things when I go to the store that, like, I'm not buying a lot of stock now, but I am buying things that, like, we do use a lot. Like, I am buying one or two each time I go to the food store, because there's certain things that I can't run out of, like butter. A couple of times I ran out of butter. You know, I know that's not the worst thing in the world for most people, and it really isn't. There are bigger problems than running out of butter. But for me, it's very important. All right, so garlic. I didn't go crazy on the garlic, because I do have fresh garlic in there too. All right. Sorry, I'm using my teeth, but that's the way it has to go. I don't have patience for other things. Because if I can't get it up, I can't get it off right away. Move over. Lid. Onion. Okay. Close to you. All right, I put Italian seasoning, and I put, did I put salt and pepper? Make all my dreams come true. I don't know. Somebody tell me. I think I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Yeah. I don't think I put pepper. I put salt, but I don't think I put pepper. All right. I'm going to get some breadcrumbs. I'm not going to go crazy with the breadcrumbs. I never do, because I don't want a lot of breadcrumbs in my meatballs, because number one, I don't like, these are Italian seasoned also. I don't like a lot of breadcrumbs because number one, they're carbs. Number two, I don't want to have a breadcrumby meatball. I want my meatballs to be, meatballs, not all breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna get I'm gonna get one egg. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe just one egg. Refrigerator. This refrigerator is so bad right now. Every week it needs this. Every week it needs an overhaul. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's start with one egg. Now, one thing I do use a lot in my meatballs, guys, in my meatloaf, in my stuffed pepper mixture, let me throw all this out, is a lot of water. And because water is moisture. The more moisture you have in your meat mix, the more tender and juicier your meatballs are going to be. If it's not wet to the touch, then to me it's not right. But that's just me. That's how I make them. A lot of people use milk. Some people use water. I use water. That's how I grew up. That's how I watch. I never saw anybody put milk in it. I've never tried it. I'm sure it's perfectly fine, but I've always just done water. So. And I'm thirsty. I haven't drank anything today. I really haven't drank anything. It's 3:33, and I don't think this is my first sip. I had half a cup of coffee. That made me nauseous. I made this yesterday. Fresh lemonade, sugar-free. I made it with stevia or equal. Fresh lemons and water. So good. And it's still pretty good. All right, so let's get the water. I usually put a little hot water or warm water because the meat's usually really cold, you know what I mean? And sometimes your hands get a little chilly. Now, I'm telling you, you're going to be alarmed. If this is the first time you're watching me make my Italian meatballs, you're going to be alarmed at how much water I put in. I'm not even kidding, you are. But I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. This is 1 pound and almost a half of meat. Right now, I'm going to start with, so I want to tell you some sort of measurements. I just make it how I make it, so I don't really have a recipe. But if you really, really, really want to make it and you want a recipe, then let me know, and I'll try my best to write it down in the description box below. Some sort of a recipe that you can go by. I'll try my best. All right, this is 2 cups. I'm going to start with 2 cups. I'm going to not put 2 cups in. I'm starting with a little over 1 cup. Let me wash my hands just to be safe. Make sure I wash all the soap off of it. Because we don't want soapy meatballs, do we? All right, what else did I hope I put everything in here. Okay, now you see this right here? This is starting to spit up now, which is fine. It's not too bad. But this is the lowest this flame goes. It's a low high. It's a low medium. So what I'm going to do now is, because I don't want it spitting. I hate when it spits. Okay. I'm going to move it because I have 3 different flames here. I'm going to move it on to and shut this off. And this pocket's very hot, so I'm going to put it back here on this flame, which is a medium, more of a low medium. This is more of a medium high low. So I'm going to put this on pretty medium. I want it to simmer still. I don't want it just to sit there. I want to see some simmering because that means it's cooking and it's flavoring, and all that sauce is getting, all that gravy is getting into the sausage, and the flavors are all combining, and you know, whatever. I want to see a little bit of a simmer, but I don't want it to boil. God darn, look what I'm doing. Gravy on the wire. That's what happens. So it's still popping a little bit. So I think that what I'm going to do is put it on complete low and see how that goes. And if it continues to do that, I'm going to take it off the flame for a couple of minutes, and then I'll put it back on the flame. But it needs to simmer at least for 3 hours like that. It needs to, because that's how all the flavors combine, and the flavors, that's what makes your sauce so good. Okay. So let's get going on the meatballs. All right, I washed my hands, right? I washed my hands. Give me 1 second. Yeah. All right, so let's get this mixed up. Now, most of the time I just get in here with my hands. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Today I'm just going to do it, get in with my hands, because it's got to be done anyway. And the majority of the time, I always just use my hands. So I don't know why I'm fighting it. So I'm not going to fight it. Now, I can feel already that it definitely needs more water. And it's not even mixed up yet. And it definitely needs more water. And that's just my preference. I see some people on channels or whatever, people make meatballs or meatloaf with no water, no liquid, and supposedly it comes out really good. I don't know. I feel like if there's no moisture in it, then it's going to become like a hard thing. That's why I like when I make meatloaf. I never put my meatloaf in like a meatloaf pan. I don't like to do that because I feel it becomes very tough, because it's like all packed together. And my mom never did it like that. My mother just throws it into the pan, and it flattens out a little bit, and it looks like this big dome thing. Oh, but it's so good. And this is how my mom always made her meat mixtures. Her stuffed peppers, her meatballs, and her meatloaf. Okay, it definitely needs more water. I can feel it, because it's not wet, see? It's dry. So about another half a cup, so it's a cup and a half right now. And I could literally, guys, I smell my food. I could smell the basil. I could smell some grated cheese. I could smell some garlic and onion. And I could smell the Italian. I can't smell the Italian seasoning that much. So I might put a little bit more Italian seasoning in it. Not a lot, just a little bit. And some more grated cheese, probably. Now, you don't want to mix this a lot because you don't want to make your meatballs tough. And they will get tough if you beat the shit out of the shot meat. If you beat it up and you're angry at it and you just keep doing it, it will get tough, and then you'll have a tough meatball. You do not want that. Okay, look. Still not wet enough for me. Nope. So I'm probably going to end up putting, it's probably going to be a cup and like 3/4. I'll see, because now I feel like it's where I like it, but I got to make sure it stays that way because it soaks in. See now how it's wet? You see that? That's the way that I want it. Maybe a tiny drop more water. I'm telling you guys, that's I just can't say it enough. So I would say about a cup and a half. No, a cup and like 3/4. Okay, so that's barely it right there. See, look. That's what I want. That's what I want. All right, so now what I do, I'm going to wipe my hands with paper towels first, because whenever I go to wash my hands after I mix meat mixture up, this kind of meat mixture, it never comes off my hands until I wipe it. And when I wash it with water, then it comes off. But right now, I want to season a little bit more pepper, and I'm gonna wash these. I know my hands are dirty, and I do wash my things after I'm done. And yesterday, I cleaned up all my things. I cleaned up all my olive oils and my knife set. I wiped down my can opener and my where all my utensils go. I just did a full cleaning yesterday. I didn't show it to you guys, but I think I told you about it. I think yesterday. All right, a little bit more Italian seasoning. Not a lot, like I said. And it's just like, to me, it's just a habit. I just do it. I just put a little bit more of each in. Just a second time. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. A little onion powder. And then a little bit more garlic powder. And a little bit more grated cheese. Which is none in there. I hope I have some more in the cabinet, because that would be really bad. If I don't have grated cheese, then I guess I'm getting in a cab and going to the store. Or an Uber. An Uber. Or a can. Or, well, we're not eating it today, so where is it? Yeah, this is good. I knew I had more. That's another staple that we always buy, is grated cheese when I go to the food store. I like to buy the fresh and shred it. I'm going to actually do that now that I got my shredder. But it's not cheap. So you just got to buy it one time. You got to bite the bullet and buy it one time. Now, I have mozzarella, which I'm not going to use it. Sometimes I put mozzarella in my meatloaf, my meatballs, but I'm going to use it for either baked ziti that I'm going to make, or stuffed shells, or managut, so I'm not going to use it for this. But I have fresh mozzarella in there that I got to use up, like probably the next 2 or 3 days, if, like the next 2 days. And so I'll use that for that. But otherwise, I would put it in here. All right. That's definitely enough water. That's perfectly fine. That's perfect. Give it a little mix so it doesn't. All right. And I'm going to wash my hands quick. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get the frying pan going. I'm going to get my big frying pan. Where is it? Oh, no. Where is it? Why is it in here? It's here because I used it to make my hubby a ham steak earlier. For his / dinner lunch. All right, where's my sponge? Hello, sponge. Oh, where is the sponge? I know I'm losing it. If you're new to my channel, you're going to notice that I like to steak. And a fun fact about me, I don't know if it's a fun fact or if it's a fact, just want to let you, a fact about me. I have to do a Q&A or do a all about me video. I think, yeah, I do. I did start writing stuff down to do an all about me video because I want you guys to, who don't really know me as well yet, to know about certain things. But anyway, I'm going to tell you one little thing. If you don't know, if you're new here, when I was, how old was I? I don't know. How was I, 13 maybe? 12, 13, I don't even know. Around that age somewhere, 12, 13, 14. I tried out for Annie. I used to love to sing. I took singing lessons. And supposedly I was pretty good, they said. I don't know. Who knows? Back in the 70s and the 80s. And so in the singing lessons that we took, they were privy to all the like auditions and stuff. And so all the auditions were, they all knew about it. So anyway, there was a notice on the wall saying that there was a tryout for Annie in my town. So I tried out. I didn't make it, of course. You would have known that already if I made it. I didn't make it, but it was the most fun experience, scary as hell, standing up there on the stage, like, with, you know, all these people staring at you, and really just, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience, a scary as hell experience, but I'm so glad I did it. And I'm so glad, really, guys, and I know this is going to sound really weird, but I'm so glad I didn't make it, because you want to know why? I was one of the shyest girls you could ever meet. I don't even know how I would have got up there and did it, like, on stage with people if I made it. Never mind dancing and everything else. I wasn't great at dancing, and I know there was a lot of dances in it. I mean, I could learn. I used to do dance and stuff. I did some like recitals and stuff, but it wasn't my forte at all. But so I'm glad I didn't make it, because I don't even know if I could have did it. I would have shit my pants. I would. But who the heck knows? But it was a nice experience. It was fun, and the sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out. That's what we had to sing. Tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about where's the oil and the sorrow, till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely. Okay, so this is like a medium low. I want it to be a little high, but I don't want it to be too high. But I don't want my meatballs to burn. Like, I don't want them to have that little hard crust on it. Sometimes it happens. It's not the end of the world if it happens, but I prefer them a certain way. So I want them to be browned, but not crispy. You know what I mean? But it does happen. So what I do is, I used to just use vegetable oil. Now I use some vegetable oil, because I try to limit the vegetable oil. I try not to use it that much. Lately I've been using it a little bit more than usual. Not good, but I'll stop that. And some olive oil. I love the way the olive oil just flavors the meatballs, and I just like it. So there we go. So the gravy right now is starting to, it's still simmering, but it's simmering enough. It's not simmering too high. I like the way it's simmering now. It's not popping. It's not, has a nice simmer on it. I'm going to taste it in, like, I don't know, like another half hour and see if it needs something. It's definitely going to need some more seasoning. And it's definitely going to probably need some sugar, because these tomatoes are usually very, very tart. So I was going to put the meatballs onto a plate, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, I might do that, but right now I'm going to do them over here, because I can just put them right into the pan. Let's move all this stuff. But if I want to get things moving, I'll probably make more meatballs and put them on the plate. Let me get something to put the meatballs in. Everything is way high up, because everybody thinks that I'm freaking 6 feet tall. And I'm not 6 feet tall. I'm not. I'm 5 foot, people. 5 foot. Okay, we got this. I do have a stool now. I don't use it often, but I do have a stool. All right, so we gotta have that for the meatballs, so when they come out, they have something to drain on. All right. I used to sing. There was another song that I always sang, because every single time we went to our singing lessons, at the end of our session, like 10 minutes before it was over, I think it was like 4 or 5 girls, 4 or 5 of us. I think there was a boy, a couple of boys too. They used to always tell us at the end that we could sing a song, a solo. So we used to always sing a song. And the majority of the time You Don't Bring Me Flowers Anymore by Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond. Was it Neil Diamond? Yeah. I used to sing that song. That was one of my favorite songs. First of all, I'm a Barbra Streisand freak. If anybody knows me. Star is Born, the original. The Way We Were, the original, the only. Just love it. Love, 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 love Barbra Streisand. Loved her music. Grew up singing it. I was an old soul. I'm just telling you a lot about me today, guys, on Italian Fun Day Sunday. That's what it's about. All right. All right, so I want to try the meatball, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait another couple of seconds. I'm going to put a little plop of meatball in here because I want to taste it. Not a big thing. All right, see? Hear that sizzle? Now let me get a couple of paper towels. I like to have a couple of paper towels by me because, you know, I'm going to be rolling the meat up and then I'm going to stop. And I'm not going to wash my hands every 2 seconds unless I'm touching other food and stuff. Of course, I'm not going to touch other food. I'm wearing my my Create Linda apron today, guys. It's dirty already, see? Because I got some stuff on it, which is great because then I would have got it on my shirt. So yeah, I'm trying to be more cautious and be more vigilant about wearing my apron. So this way I don't ruin my clothes. Yeah. Let's let this cook a minute because I don't want to eat raw meat. And I think I'm gonna have to make some more. Fresh lemonade in a minute because I don't have much, and I don't think I really have many many lemons left. Fresh lemons. Now, like I said, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. And like I said, I don't always do it because sometimes I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot. If you don't do it, it's not a big deal because, you know, it is what it is anyway. And you use the seasonings that you use and you think will make your stuff taste good and whatever, you know. And 8% of the times it comes out fine, you know. Always can add a little salt afterwards if you need to. So I'm not going to overcook this crazily because I don't want it to overcook. I'm going to let it cool off a second. And then I'm going to taste it and see what I need, if I need anything, guys. Now this is going to be a long video, obviously. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm going to make the Italian gravy, but I wanted to make a finished video. I wanted to make the pasta with it. So I'm wondering how I'm going to do this. Maybe I will do that. And tomorrow, which it will be Sunday, tomorrow I will do the rest of the video and just add it to this. I think that's what I might do. Because I can't do it all in one day. Like I'm not tired, I'm fine. But I'm getting to the point where, you know, it's going to be too much. So, and I have to do a what's for dinner also as well. So I'm going to finish all all this up. Then I'm going to show you the gravy, and then I'll say I'll be back in a second for you guys. And then I'll show you guys what I make. I'm going to lower this a little bit because I don't want it to get really hot. When I do this dance right here, that means all good. Guys, so good. And that basil, I'm not even kidding. That liquid basil stuff is like amazing. All right. So yummy. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, now I always have an issue with, should I make them bigger? Should I make them smaller? What size should they be? I don't know. I like them small to medium. Sometimes I get a willy, and sometimes I just get like crazy and I make them large. I don't know. But this is good. I don't like them huge. If I'm making just like meatball heroes, sometimes I will just make huge meatballs, you know what I mean? Just for that. But if I'm making meatballs and gravy, I like to make them feel medium to small. I don't know. They don't have to be even. There's no meatball police that's going to say to you, ooh, you should have made them smaller. Oh, that one's not as even as the other one. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. It ain't in my house. I'm the police, and I have a say in it. Woo! So yeah, this is the consistency that you want. You want them to be wet. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want them to be dry. I don't know. That's just how I do them, guys. The way I make stuff is a concept, and if you guys, you have a family recipe that your nanny made, your grandma, Mima, Baba, whatever the hell you call them. There's so many names for grandmas today. I'm going to be called Nanny. I already told my daughter, Nanny is my name, because that was my name for my nanny. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, if you make a certain recipe from your great aunt or whatever, hey, listen, that's yours, baby. Make it. You know what I mean? You don't have to make this. What I do is just a concept. You can take it or not take it, you know, or take elements of what I make. That's a lot of times what I do is I'll watch videos and I will watch, or I have little elements of each one of my family members that cook something. I'll try this, I'll try that, and tweak it a certain way. You know, you can do that too. So you don't have to follow my recipe. Like, do what you want. One thing about cooking, it's fun. You can do what you want in the kitchen. It's your kitchen. And like I said, there's no freaking police. All right. So I'm going to look. Ooh. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. I'm going to lower this a little bit because I don't want these to get crispy burned, which they probably will a little bit because that always happens to me. So I'm just going to wipe my hands like this. Okay. And I'm not going to go touching everything. But like I said, I try to make myself vigilant on wiping everything down after I do a big cooking. Sometimes it's the next day. You know, I try my best, but I'm not perfect, guys. But yeah, that's it. All right, so here's the gravy. I'm going to taste it. It's cooking about, I don't know, maybe about 45 minutes, right? I'm going to taste it and see what it tastes like. If it has any flavor. Let's see if it needs some sugar. It's so good already. It is so good already. It definitely needs some stuff. It definitely needs more cooking. I mean, oh God, yeah. I'm going to put a little bit more grated cheese. It's starting to get a little frisky now. So I might switch flames. Okay? Grated cheese. See how it's getting a little poppy now? I'm going to put it back there. First, let me put some more salt in it. Just a little bit more salt. And then we'll check it later and see if it needs anything else. A little bit more pepper. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of sugar, not a lot, because, you know, why? Just a little bit because it's a little tart. And that'll do it. The sweetness of the sugar balances out the tartness. Okay, so I'm going to give this a good mix again. I'm going to put it on the other flame. Ooh, be careful, Linda. Shut this. Let's put this on here. And then once this cools off, woo, I'll put the meatball string over here. But I think right now I gotta make some lemonade because I'm really thirsty. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hi guys, I'm so upset right now. I just realized that I didn't I didn't film making all my meatballs because I thought I had the thing pressed and it wasn't pressed. So the meatballs are done. Here they are. I think I even tasted one. I thought you guys were seeing it, but you didn't. So here are my meatballs made. Sorry about that. I'm really, really upset. Here are my meatballs, guys. This is how I like them. I hate when that happens because I was talking and I was, talking about stuff and all of that, and you guys missed it. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't beat myself up about it because if I do, I'll end up sitting on my chair for the rest of the day and not get anything accomplished. So sorry about that. But the meatballs are done. The gravy is cooking. All right, so scratch what I just said. No, you obviously have seen the meatballs. I made a mistake. I don't know what's going on in my head. Anyway, forget all that. Anyway, the gravy's all done. The meatballs are all done. So I'll see you in a few minutes with the pasta. Bye. See you in a few. All right, so here I am, guys. What we're doing is we're making stuffed shells. Now, the thing is, when I went into my cabinet, I realized I only had, 1 second, Koopy. I didn't have a full pound of shells. I thought there was a whole package in there. There wasn't. So it's less than a full pound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up the ragout mixture. And whatever I don't have, if I have a lot of mixture left over, I'll make a little bit of, I'll make a little bit of other pasta, and make like a baked ziti or something with it. If I don't, then I'll just use it for whatever stuffed shells that I have, because I need to use it. So that's what I'm gonna do. What? What do you want? What do you want? He's telling me he wants to eat. Look.
Hey, Mom.
What do you want? So wait 1 second, honey. So of course it's the next day. It is Sunday, so it is real time now. But he wants to eat. But I'm getting this done now because so I can post my video later. So you'll see this a little bit later, guys. All right. So I'm waiting for I'm waiting for the pasta to be done, and then we'll get moving. All right. So the noodles, the shells are done. Ugh. I took them out for about 12 minutes, and I always take them out just a little bit firm because they're going to cook more when they bake, so I don't want them to get, overcooked. So, like I said, I'm limited on these, so I don't know. I might, I'm such a knucklehead. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to keep the water, and just keep the water hot in case I needed to make another pasta, and just take the noodles out, but I'm so forgetful. Don't worry, be happy. Because I want to have that ready in case I need to make a little bit more pasta for a small thing of ziti or something. So I don't want this to go to waste. Put this back on the stove, and we'll just let this go in case we need it. All right, these have to cool anyway. Oh shit. I don't want to mess with them too much, but I don't want them to stick together either. All right, so let's get started. So, 1 second. All right, so let's get this. So I have about this much left, almost a full thing, because I made that calzone that day, which was so amazing, guys. I swear. if I'm not making a mess, I'm not who I am, right? I swear. There. All right. Like I said yesterday, it would be ideal if I had basil and parsley, but I don't. Fresh. So I'm just going to use what I always use, guys. My Italian seasoning. Okay. Garlic powder. Onion powder. I used a lot of the parsley yesterday. I know I have more parsley in here. Parsley. I have it up here. Yesterday I literally almost had a panic attack because I went to look at my video and I couldn't find part of the video, and I was freaking out, the part that I made all the meatballs. So I thought I must not have hit the record. So I came on. You're gonna see the part this morning. I mean, there's a part in the video that you're gonna see. Cooper, that
Peeled tomato.
God darn it! Yeah, where was it?
It was on the floor.
All right, just leave it over here.
Right up there.
I don't need it right now, but.
Oh, it's right here if you need it.
And so I came on, you guys are going to see, I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't record a part of it, and I'm really upset with myself because I wanted to show you guys the meatballs again and all that. And then I was looking back at it later, and I saw it, and I don't know what I did. I must have missed it on the clip. Oh, I was so excited. Because, you know, it takes a lot of effort, and I love doing it, and, you know, when I'm on here, I'm spontaneous, and I just do what I do, and I don't want you to miss any of my antics. You know what I mean? So, anyway, guys, I was so happy that it wasn't gone. Because I like to, you know, show you guys. All right. So, I got seasonings in here. I'm going to put grated cheese. I'm going to taste it. Oh, I didn't put salt and pepper. And I gotta put an egg in here. And I'm also gonna show you a trick, guys, that I do. Pepper. Now the gravy is cold because it's been in the refrigerator all night. Because like I told you, it's the next day. Okay, so the gravy's all done, guys. Look at that. Woo, meatballs, sausage. Hubby tasted some meatballs last night. He said they were awesome.
Poopy wants to go out.
I lick it up and let him out.
I can't right now. I can't pause
Jen,
it.
okay, finish it and let him out, please.
No,
so-
I just started the game.
Well, you gotta stop in a minute.
I can't pause it.
All right, Cooper, come in here.
I'm
Come on.
ready back here.
Come on. Just open the back door. Just let him out.
I'm sorry.
All
All
right.
right.
So, what I do, guys, is to stretch the ragout mixture. And my mom used to do this. Jennifer's still coughing. She's on antibiotic, and she's still coughing. I don't know what's going on.
Don't say that in the video.
Okay, all right. Okay. So, to stretch it, you can add a little bit of your sauce, marinara, gravy, whatever the heck it is, and it stretches it. And it's so yummy. So yummy. Because you're gonna put the sauce on top of the, on the pasta anyway, too, so it doesn't really matter. things around, and all of a sudden, I can't find them anymore.
Watch right behind you as well.
Alright.
Please don't fall on that.
I won't,
No, you don't want to strip.
I had the mozzarella. I was chasing it in the refrigerator all day yesterday, and I'm not even kidding. I put it somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, I put it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it.
You should have caught it.
Now, guys, you gotta understand, okay? You guys know. You guys know if you've been watching my channel for a while, or if you're fairly new, you know that I always make an abundance amount of food, too much food. Always did. I had a big family, you know, I grew up like that. We always made a lot of food, and we always had too much food and the whole spiel. But now, because we're kind of getting to that point where we're a little bit of empty nesters, you know, Julie left with Darren, and that was 2 people gone, and then Jenny's going to be leaving in the middle of July, and so it's just going to be us 3. It'll be Frankie, and Frankie's not home a lot. Frankie does his own thing a lot. He works, he does his own thing, and all that. So it's basically really going to just be me and my husband. But so I'm trying, and the last like 6 months, really, I've been batting down, really trying to really curb spending on food and not loading my cabinet up. You know, I want to do pantry items. I want to have them in there. I like to have staples and certain things like that. But I'm trying my best not to make an abundance of food because, number one, it's wasteful. It goes in the garbage, and you know that's money. You might as well just throw $50 or $100 in the garbage. So I'm trying to be really, really, really vigilant. So what I'm trying to get at is, I'm using, like, I'm not overly buying, but I'm used to having like a couple of pounds of the stuffed shells. So I only had what I had in there, and then mozzarella. I didn't overly buy mozzarella in case I have to make something. So I have this in here, which is the fresh mozzarella that I had bought last week for my pizza that I made. What is it called? I forget. No, it was the pizza with the tomatoes and stuff. I forget. Anyway, so I bought that, and then I also have this half of mozzarella in there too. So I'm going to use these 2 and use them. So I'm going to utilize them, which is great, so they're not rotting and getting thrown out of my refrigerator. So, but what I'm saying is I don't have an enormous amount of stock now and things because I'm curbing that, because I can't, it's just going to sit in there. And what is the sense of that? Like, pantry is one thing. I want to have stuff in my pantry because, just for instance, today, like if I want to make a quick pasta or, you know, certain things, you know, I will stock my pantry with, and every time I go food shopping, I'll buy 1 or 2 of each one. But foods that are going to go bad quick, I'm not buying as many anymore. I'm not buying as much cheese as I used to buy. I'm not buying as much, I don't know, cold cuts as I used to buy. Just the whole spiel. So, yeah. Because I'm trying to save everything. Because you have to. Alright, so I'm going to taste this. Yes, it has an egg in it. Would be wine. So good. Alright. I'm going to spray this pan a little bit. I'm going to need a bigger pan, I can tell you that right now. I'm going to need another pan. Oh my God, is it really? That's good. That is really good, guys. Alright. Now this is what I do. Oh, hello, Linda. Cheese. Hello. Can't forget the mozzarella. I just have to make sure. Yeah, it's good. And it's wet because it's fresh cheese. It's fresh mozzarella. All right. So So what I'm gonna do, my knives, these knives are going, they're starting to peel a little bit. I don't think that's such a great idea because I don't want that stuff to get in my food. I think this is a cheese knife. This is a cheese knife. So I'm just gonna slice it, chop it up on my lemon cutting board, because I love, my daughter got me this. This right here, guys, has absolutely no flavor. Not one flavor. But that's why I buy it like that, because I like to marinate it myself and season it myself. I'm just trying to get it as small as possible because, I don't want it like tiny, but. And I'm gonna salt this and garlic powder it and stuff because it has no flavor whatsoever. No flavor whatsoever. So such memories of my child, of Italian Sundays. We used to go to my aunt's house, my grandmother's. There's nothing like coming from an Italian family, guys. So funny. The relatives, the aunts, the uncles. Nobody's filtered, You got one aunt cursing and one aunt doing inappropriate things, saying inappropriate things. Just craziness, but so much fun. So much fun. And if any of my cousins or my family is watching this, you remember, guys. We had a ball. We had a ball. Okay. That's good right there. Nice. And you want it to be able to fit into the shell too, so you gotta kind of make them small. Alright, now, what I'm gonna do is put some sauce on the bottom of my pan. Now, normally the sauce would be kind of hot, kind of warm. It's not, because it was in the refrigerator. So I'm just gonna spread it. I didn't put my apron on, and I'm trying not to get anything on my shirt because this is one of my new shirts and I don't want to have an issue. All right, so what I do is, let's do this. Take the shell. Now this spoon is way too big. I don't usually use that kind of spoon. I use one of these. And let me just make sure everything's good on here. Yep, everything's good. Okay. So, now fill them as much as you want. I like them a lot. I like them filled, but I don't know. I'm going to do them kind of a little bit more average this time because I don't know how many. Sometimes with shells, it's hard to figure out how much ratio of how much ragout you need for how many shells you need, and I never can figure it out. I just do it off the top of my, off of my fly by night, and whatever happens, happens. But that's just me. But you can figure that out if you want. How many pounds of ragout you need for a pound of pasta, you know what I mean? These are gonna be so yummy. Now I was gonna make managut, homemade managut, and I'm definitely gonna do that for you guys. But today is a busy day and stuff, and I just wanted to do something a little bit simpler, which is, you know, stuffed shells. And it's pretty easy to do. Because I don't make my own homemade stuffed shells. Not yet, anyway. I have a pasta maker that I haven't used yet. So, maybe one day. I'll learn how to make shells. I don't know. But I do know how to make managut shells. And I do that in a frying pan. And they're so easy. They really are easy. You would never know how easy they are. It's like making pancakes. Or crepes, you know, it's very simple. So the kids can even help you with this. You can let your kids join in on Italian Sunday. And listen, you don't have to be Italian to do Italian Sunday. Okay, you could be Irish, you could be Polish, you could be, I don't know, Puerto Rican, Spanish. Whatever. I have a feeling I'm going to need, well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. And guys, they don't have to look beautiful. They're going to look a little messy, but you know what? Let me tell you something. They're going to taste amazing. Italian Sunday fun day. I'm going to do my new dance that I'm doing now. I'm doing a new dance for food. I'll show you guys. You guys seen it already. If you're at this point in this video. God darn it. Cooperate. You've seen it. Sometimes you just gotta push them together. I want to at least have enough for the shells, so I'm definitely gonna go a little bit easier, and then if I need to, I can always add more ragout inside of it if I need to. But this is going to be plenty for my family. You know, it's not going to be an overabundance of amount, but it'll be plenty. Cooperate. We grew up with mostly, don't get me wrong, we had lasagna and ziti and all of that. But on Sundays, wherever we were, whether it was my grandmother's or my aunt's or my house or whatever, wherever we were, it was always usually just pasta. Like it wasn't like it wasn't a ziti or anything like that. But we always had ragout. We always had ragout on the side that we would dip in. Oh, Italians do that, guys. We used to dip. We used to put ragout in our pasta bowls. So good. Just plain ragout. So we always had ragout, but we didn't always have, like a ziti or whatever. But most of the time it was always ziti. It was pasta, spaghetti or linguine or penne, twisties. It was always pasta. And it was amazing. When the moon hits your eye. like a big piece of pie. That's amore. Do, 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 do. So guys, tell me about some, if you're Italian or if you're not Italian and you just have stories about pasta days or whatever, family dinners, comment down below. I'm really interested in hearing it, you know. I love to hear about what you guys grew up with and what you guys experienced and all of that. It's great. I love it. So comment down below. Very interested. All right. I'm gonna try to get all these in here. I'm gonna shove them in here because I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna have enough for the shells, so I'm not gonna make any other pasta. It'll be fine. And I'm gonna just shove everyone in here. All right, guys, so I was able to use most of the shells. There's probably 3 or 4, and they're kind of broken up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I was able to get all of them in here. So this is great. This is a perfect amount. Now, I'm not gonna go in the back and get my my grater, which I really should, but I'm just gonna use the quick one and do just this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of mozzarella on top with some more sauce on it, some more gravy. And then I'm going to leave some for the end, for later, or whenever we eat it. Oh, wait. That's right, guys. That's right. I put it back here. I put it over here the other day. So I didn't have to go in the back. Because I'm telling you, I don't even want to talk about it.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right. I'll do it. Wash your hands.
Nothing came out. Oh, my. No.
Am I not doing it right? Because I usually do it this way. So. Just push it. Of course, it's being difficult.
Mommy, I gotta change my pants.
Okay.
And my underwear. I'll be right back.
All right.
Wait, I'll change my already pants.
Wait, I have these shorts for you. All right, so I have this, guys. Oh, Lordy. All right, I just don't want this to go all over the place, because it will. Oh my God, it was Cooper. Come on. Come on. All right. Love this, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ooh! Hello. And this is what I do. And look how easy this is, guys. I'm telling you, Amazon, $16. This thing is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Skittle full of cheese that you want. Just can go in the dishwasher too, if you have a dishwasher. We don't. So, I put the oven on to 375. I'm gonna put some sauce, some gravy on it.
There, down the basement.
You can put more fresh parm.
Daddy. That's down there, Jordan.
Now I'm gonna cook these now because I'm gonna taste one for you when they're done. But I don't know if we're gonna eat these tonight for dinner or maybe tomorrow because tonight we have plans. Jenny's going to the movies. It's real Sunday, and we're not probably gonna eat home. But I will do some. This video will be posted in the afternoon, and then I'll probably do another video for later on. So you guys will probably get a bonus video. Alright, we like it kind of saucy. And the sauce right now is a little thick, but once I heat this sauce up, this gravy up, it won't be so thick because I'll add water to it, and once it cooks a little bit, it gets thinner, you know what I mean? And it's got meatballs and sausage in it right now, so that's the thing. Alright. This is gonna be so freaking yummy. So like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit now, and then later, right before it's done, I'll put a little. So I'm gonna save the rest of that. Okay? Spread it out. And I'm gonna put some parm on it. There's always room for extra Parmesan. Remember, there's mozzarella and Parmesan in the ragout. Okay, and if I have fresh parsley later on, if I have it afterwards, I'll put it on top. You know, after it's so yummy. All right, so let's go, guys. Italian Sunday stuffed shells going in the oven. Do my dance, do my dance, do my dance, my Italian dance, my Italian dance, my Italian dance. Weirdo. All right, let's put this in. Alexa, set the timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Now you don't want to overcook it because the pasta is already cooked, or almost. So you just want them done enough until the pasta is just done, which should only take about 25-30 minutes. And everything is nice and hot and bubbly, and you know when it's done when you're seeing it bubble. As soon as it starts to bubble, take it out, put the rest of the cheese on, and then put it back in for a couple of minutes, and it's done.
Has anybody ever tried this? Hey Alexa, you're fired.
Gadzooks. I'd better update my resume.
That's not the one she did the other day. Hey Alexa, you're fired.
What did she say the other day? Oh my God.
Try it again.
We were peeing in our pants.
Hey Alexa, you're fired.
Aw, man.
No, that's not the right one either. Let me try it one more time. Hey Alexa, you're fired.
No. Now I'll have to wave my magic wand. Abracadabra. I am now rehired.
The other day she did a longer. No.
Is that funny? It's amazing. It's so funny how they're programmed to certain things. Yeah, she went no. Oh my God, we were peeing in our pants. We were laughing so hard, guys. Look at all this frickin' cheese here now. When the cheese hits the floor, it's a pasta. Bizarre, that's amore.
Uh-oh.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Please stop singing that.
Ooh, come bella.
Stop singing that song, Mom.
Well, I like to sing. You know I like to sing. You like to sing too, don't you?
Yeah, I like to sing, but I'm doing a talent show in my old program.
No, Jenny's gonna be doing a talent show. All right. So we have this for later. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. Put this in the garbage. If I probably look, I probably do have more mozzarella in the fridge. If I look hard, I probably do. But that's plenty if I don't have it. We have enough. And I found another can of tomato sauce, which I didn't know I had. It was on the floor in there, Billy said. So I have this for American tomatoes, or I probably might add this to that later on, you know, when we use it, if it's not, if it's too thick. But, you know, I'll add water too, obviously. So that's that. So the gravy is all done. You know, the gravy is all set. I'm gonna have Billy bring it back downstairs, but what I'm gonna do is take a little bit out and put it in, I mean, we can have it for lunch, Bill.
What?
We can have the stuffed shells for lunch. We'll do that. Maybe we'll do that since the gravy's up here already. Just gotta heat it up. I don't wanna heat it up from the whole thing. What?
Can I have something for lunch too?
No, I'm gonna starve you.
What?
Of course, Jen. Mean can you?
You know what I want for lunch?
Let me guess. A sandwich?
Yeah, with pickles.
All right.
I love your pickles.
What time is it now?
It's 11:03 to 4.
All right. Now, like a half hour, I'll make you a sandwich. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna take the stuffed shells out of the oven now because they're bubbling. I'm gonna show you. Put the rest of the cheese on and then put them in the oven. You know, I don't think I need any more cheese. I don't think I need more cheese. Look. No, I'm not going to put any more cheese on it. I'm going to save that cheese. There's no reason. Trying to be more conservative, guys.
There's always a reason for more cheese. I'll say that.
Look at that. Wait, let me show you. Oh my goodness. It's bubbling. Look at it. So I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes and settle. Then hubby and I are gonna have this for lunch. We could probably have it for lunch and for a dinner. There's plenty here for everybody. All right, guys, getting so excited. So I'll be back in a few minutes and taste it for you. And then we're gonna see how delicious it is. I'm having a ball here on Italian Fun Day, Sunday Fun Day, Italian Fun Day, Sunday Italian Fun
It's
Day. I
Sunday.
don't know. I got this juice. Actually, what I did was I took sauce out of the gravy out of the pot and put it in a bowl with a couple of meatballs and sausage and put it in the microwave and let it heat up there. Because I'm not gonna heat the whole pot up. And I didn't feel like dirtying another pot, so I just dirtied a bowl instead. But here is it, the stuffed shells. So easy, guys, and it doesn't have to be difficult. You know, you want to make stuffed shells, you don't have to make a regular Italian gravy. Go get Rayo's or Victoria's or Ragu, whatever you want, and get some stuffed shells, a little ragout, load it up. So easy, guys, and not expensive. So you can do it too. You don't have to have a big gravy with meatballs and sausage. I'm just showing you on my Italian Sunday what I do, what I've done and what I've grown up with on Italian Sundays. So that's it. But you do whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You know what I mean? All right, it's smelling really good now, and I'm really, really hungry because I haven't eaten yet. It is almost noon. Yeah, it is noon. It's 12:04. Take this off of here now. Now, this would be the point that if I had some fresh parsley, I can't wait till it grows in my garden and I have to buy some, that I would just put a little fresh parsley on, or basil. If I had basil, I would put some basil on too. Because I'm telling you guys, I told you, I don't want to keep saying it, but if you can buy fresh herbs, parsley and basil are my main. It does make a difference, but it's still just as good. I want to make sure that I say that. All right, let's bring that sauce over here and see if it's ready.
Just finished my food.
Okay, good. All right, so let's check this out and see if it's hot enough. If not, I'll have to put it back in. Another couple of minutes. All right, people, here is the sauce. It is all done. Okay. I'm going to give my husband some, and then I'll give myself some. Myself.
I'm soft now.
We're Southern. We're Southerners. If I could only make biscuits like the Southerners to make them. Right, Jerry Allen? Right? I know. But that's a private thing.
I don't think she can hear me.
Oh, shit. She can hear me because she's going to watch the video. Talking about.
I don't think she can answer you.
Oh, guys, I can see this is going to be amazing.
Amazing.
How many do you want?
Three.
Like 3?
3 and I'm gonna have some meatballs.
Okay.
If that's okay with the chef.
I guess.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing your goodiness. What is wrong with that Fruit Loop? Hey, Fruit Loop.
She's a Fruit Loop.
What? Dad?
Dude.
I'm happy that mommy because
Let me know how much sauce you want. How much
That-
gravy. Gravy.
Yeah, why do you keep calling it sauce?
I don't know because it's just
Where's the
ridiculous.
meatballs?
Right here.
2?
Is that enough, right?
Fine.
Is it?
Fine.
There's no freaking paper towels.
Oh, sorry. Paper
Alright,
towel
guys.
police didn't come around yet
I
today.
listen now. I'm gonna take 2, but there's no way I'm gonna eat
You're
2.
never gonna eat 2.
I'm not gonna eat 2, but you know,
There, paper towels are that.
2's a normal amount to take, right?
I'm
gonna take-
that is I took 3.
I take a little quarter of a piece of sausage because I want to taste. You almost stuck your whole freaking arm in the gravy.
What is up with that bowl?
What do you mean?
That bowl you're using.
Beautiful. This is my favorite bowl from $1.25 Tree.
oh,
A little bit of gravy. A gravy.
Gravy.
I'm gonna put a piece of tin foil over this.
Why?
Put some grated cheese, and put something over this because it'll leave it out because it's summer and you know what that
The
means.
chef has to learn how to plate better without making a mess.
Listen, you can do your own freaking plate.
Ooh, that's just
I'm gonna go eat.
How about that?
I'm gonna go eat because you're being very mean to me, as Jenny would say. Why are you being so mean to me?
It's just we don't have bugs, guys. I'm not trying to say that, but you know, in the summertime, you have to watch for ants and stuff. We have tracks out and all that. As soon as you know, hit the heat, they come. They come from everywhere. Just gonna cover this. This I'll probably just pour right over the stuffed shells when we're done. All right, guys, here we go. Bloody sorely.
What is that?
All right.
What is
Let's taste it for you guys. Now, I like pepper, so I'm going to put pepper on mine. All right. All right, guys. Oh, I didn't do a thumbnail. What the hell just went in this plate? Did something just go in this plate? I thought I saw something fly. Let me fix my hair and stuff.
That came out really good, Lynn.
You like it?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay. Italian Fun Day Sunday. Okay. Let's get a little bit of the shell with the ragout. And I'm telling you, sometimes like when I make lasagna and ziti, sometimes it comes out better than other times. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I don't like it. Not that I never like it, but it's just not as creamy as I would have liked it. And then sometimes it comes out amazing. Let's see if this is one of those times. Because I do it different every time. Ready? Oh my God. It's so good. And you know what I like? I like that the pasta is not overcooked. It's just perfect. It's perfect consistency. It's perfect consistency. It's got a tiny little bite to it. Let's taste the sausage. I gotta taste a little piece of everything because I can't eat everything of everything because of the sleeve. Let's taste a little piece of the sausage. Guys. So tender. Look. Look. I don't want to stop eating the sausage. It's so good. All right, let's taste the meatball. Love your mom, dad, Aunt Jerry, Aunt Uncle Lenny, Aunt Cookie, everybody. Love all my relatives. Nanny, Poppy, we miss you all. This is for you guys. Italian Sunday. Really good, guys. All joking aside, really, really good. It's worth it. Now, this pot of gravy here, that's Italian right there. This gravy right here. Like I said, I'll add another can of gravy or two to it. Put some water in it. Let it simmer more. You could have three other meals with this. We have this for during the week. We're going to be having it for lunches, for dinners, whatever. It's so good, guys. Plenty. One tray is plenty enough. The amount that I made was plenty. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Italian Fun Day Sunday. I had such a ball, and I love doing this. So much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to next Sunday. What we're going to do then, we'll see. My mind is racing. My mind is working on it now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because when you subscribe, guys, it makes my channel grow. And I so appreciate you guys. I love all of you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Like I said, whatever comes out of this channel, I'm grateful and I have gratitude and I appreciate it all. Love you guys. Don't forget to hit that notification button with that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share, comment down below because I love when you guys comment. And I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to have another little piece of sausage and then I'm going to go. And I will see you on the next one later on today. Okay, guys. Love you. See you on the next video. Bye.